I'm receiving a lot of questions at the moment about investing in cash versus investment portfolios given the current interest rate environment that we're currently in. So whilst cash does seem an attractive place to be right now, given the low volatility that it offers and the current interest rate environment we're in at the moment, we do need to keep focused on the bigger picture rather than just being focused on short-term gains. Whilst cash rates are high right now in comparison to the last decade, interest rates are a lagging indicator, which means they are raised in response to the economic environment once inflation has already taken hold. Typically, by the time cash rates have gotten this high, inflation has already eroded the savings in the bank. So moving money into cash is not actually a hedge against inflation. Equities, on the other hand, have proven to always be a reliable hedge against inflation and far more than gold or other assets due to the nature of the equity asset class. When you invest in equities, you are purchasing a share of ownership in a company that sells goods or services to consumers. And in an inflationary environment, a company like Apple, for example, they have the ability to raise their prices to keep pace with inflation. So that means that their revenue and their profit should also be able to keep pace with inflation, and that's passed on to the shareholders. Whilst moving money out of the market into cash is an easy decision to make, it is far harder to then make the decision to reinvest back into the market. And I've seen numerous examples of investors that have pulled out due to being fearful, and then they've really struggled to reinvest back into the market, or sometimes they've never reinvested back into the market, and then they've captured those losses forever. Look, I can bore you with all sorts of graphs and charts to prove that equity markets far outperform both inflation and cash. So it's a case of holding a diversified portfolio for the medium to long term rather than focusing on what works at this very moment in time. If I can explain investing to you in any more detail, you're very welcome to reach out and book an introduction call with me, and I'll paste a link in the comments field below.